All right, so here she is. There's the Z125 that I just picked up. Pretty much a perfect match for the ZX14. Yeah, it's kind of like mini-me, right? So this is a 2020 Kawasaki Z125. You can see I've only had it a few weeks, but I went ahead and replaced the cheap seat cover with a carbon fiber, black and green striped, just like the ZX14. The grays are identical. I went ahead and added a set of, these are the Pro Taper handlebars. Obviously, they're off of a KLX DRZ110, so they're 7/8. That's the key. If you have a quad lock like me, you can actually, this is my cell phone mount, so the quad lock actually works really nice, and it comes with the extra adapters for the handlebars. So I already took the mirrors off, but I basically just wanted to, since I'm a full-time RVer, I wanted to be able to throw this into my the bed of my truck and actually use it whenever we go to different campgrounds and such to do my running around. You know, whenever you just need to go someplace, and I could throw a little backpack on, because a lot of times I'm not able to, take my ZX14 out of storage to go on some of the places that I go. But I actually picked this up. It's a 2020 and it was used. I bought it off of someone who bought it new. It only had 10 miles on it. Now it has about 100. But I bought it because it was so dang cheap. I was the first person to call as soon as it was listed, and I showed up like an hour later with cash in hand. So, cash talks. But it had 10 miles. It was completely factory. They had done nothing to it. The story is that his wife bought it, brought it home, and it sat there for a year because she wanted to learn how to ride. But she rode it up and down the driveway a couple times and just said that this ain't for me. So now I own it. And I actually had been looking for a 2020 because I thought it'd be cool to have the same exact color as my 2021 ZX14. So the bike is really quiet. I haven't done any performance mods to it yet. I did start ordering the parts and pieces for it, but I kind of figured I'd ride it for a while as is. I just did a couple cosmetic things. Like I said, the seat, the fender eliminator, I always hate that. I put on the TST flush mount turn signals in the front and eliminated the turn signals in the back, and they're now built into the tail light. So overall, it's kind of a cool little bike. I'm a big dude, so on it, it'll do about 57, I think, is about right where I'm at in the current configuration stock. So that's on a flat road, just winding it out. It's a little slower pulling me up and down hills. Sometimes I have to downshift, or uphill, I should say. Sometimes I have to downshift. But overall, it's actually a really fun little bike. I ride it around town here, where I'm at right now, and it's a blast. It's just one of those bikes that it's like, it's funny. I know I probably look like Donkey Kong and Mario Kart riding it around, but I don't care. I like it. It makes me happy. It makes me smile. I got it on the cheap. And so far, I have put no gas in it. I think I have 100 miles, and it's still at half a tank. So I'm like, man, this is awesome, So it's actually a blast. This little bike, I like the Groms too, but I'm a Kawasaki man, and when you have this beast and they offer one that matches, I mean, you got to get it. The Pro Taper grips, I threw those on today. I just put on the handlebars. I still got to cut the little tabs here. But I took it out for a ride. You don't need, if you actually get these Pro Taper bars, you don't need any extensions or nothing for any of your lines. It's tight, but it will fit. So everything actually works as is. You don't need any extensions at all, like I said. But overall, it's a super cool little bike. So I guess I've actually had it maybe 3 weeks. But the weather's been terrible here, so I haven't got to ride it as much. And when it has been nice, I've been out ripping on the ZX14 quite a bit. But as far as around town riding, this thing, they are just so much fun. So I do have I have a light and primary already. I have a clutch kit for it. I'm looking into what exhaust I want to order. I might order an actual Brox exhaust just so it matches the ZX14. And I was looking at the A-Racer ECUs. So I don't have like too much that I'm going to do to it. Like I'm not going to put the big bore kit in it now unless, you know, like maybe someday if it blows up or something, I might consider that. But, you know, it is what it is. It's a fun little around town bike. Honestly, I've probably put about 10 miles on it off-road here at the farm where I'm staying right now, just ripping back and forth across the fields. It's super fun. The tires have no traction. They're made for the street, but it's actually, it's a lot of fun out, you know, in the grass and just messing around, you know, and it's one of those bikes where the one thing I have learned about this little bike and all little bikes, I've owned other small bikes before, like some of the old Honda CBs and stuff that I've restored. Well, one of the neat things about having these little bikes is everybody, even like new riders, everybody who sees it wants to try it. They want to play with it a little bit. They want to mess with it. You know, they're like always curious about it. Actually, everywhere I go around here in town, a lot of old timers stop me and say, "How did you make that street legal?" And I'm like, "Hey, have you not seen the Honda Groms? Like these things have been street legal forever, you know, and it'll actually do the speed limit everywhere except for the freaking, you know, main highways. I can't do 70, but I'm not going to go out there with this." But yeah, so it's a cool little bike. Hopefully in the future I'll have some cool little upgrades to show you, and we'll see, you know, just how fast it ends up going. But for now it is what it is, and I haven't done anything performance wise to it. I'm just riding it as is till I get through the break-in and everything. And you know, all the upgrades I've done are really just cosmetic and comfort stuff for myself. But if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. There's more 125 stuff coming. This winter I got some more work coming on the ZX14, a couple more little things that I want to do. And I've been laying down some miles on this sucker, and it does not disappoint. Like, I'm so happy that I bought another one. I sold my 2012, and from the day I sold it, I missed it for a couple years, and then I picked up this 21. At the time, when I made the first video about the 21, I thought it was going to be the last year, but now I see that there's a 2022 out, but I still like the 21 colors better, and I don't care. I love this bike. Like, this thing is, I have to have one of these in my life. That's all there is to it. So, but, you know, as far as the Z125, for what I invested in this, I cannot complain. It's surprising because them and the Grom, you know, the 125 and the Grom, they both run over $3,000 new. You know, I paid about half that. So, and no taxes, but it was, well, I guess I did pay taxes whenever I registered it, but it was worth it to me. It's a cool little bike. Cool little bike. I don't know that I'd buy one new. That's a lot of money, brand new, for just a small little toy, but half that is what I was willing to pay, and that's what I got this for with 10 miles, so it was basically new. All right. Well, y'all take care. If you like the videos, like I said, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. We're trying to get enough people subscribed to the channel where we can actually start doing more stuff. So, all right, y'all take care and have a good one.